Hello.
Hello.
Oh, another week.
Yeah, another week. It's been a bit of a quiet week for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Maybe it's the calm before the storm. So
I hope not, because Christmas is coming up, and yeah.
Yeah, I think we're in Royal Mail terms, this is it's not called Christmas pressure anymore, but for us old timers at Royal Mail, this is Christmas pressure. We're it's sort of the busy period now for us. So from now on, it's going to get busier and busier. So I would imagine December there will be a bit of a delay with getting parcels out.
Well, that's normal every year, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
no difference there with Royal Mail, but you know, we just deal with it like normal.
Well, look, they pay the bills. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, my brain's not frazzled tonight, which is good. So
brilliant.
Yeah, last week it was.
Yeah, from the rigging. Have you done all that yet?
I've started it. I've got all the funnels rigged. I just need to move on to the other bits on it.
So you've done the etching?
Yeah, done all that. So just on with the rigging now, and then it's done.
I was looking at someone on YouTube doing that on another Titanic build. I think it was the Trumpeter one.
And
I was like, I'm glad I don't have to do that, because the bits you have to bend, the bits you have to, and the guy was making like deck chairs and stuff like that as well. And they were micro. I mean, they were tiny.
Yeah, good set of magnifying glasses is good.
Yeah, my thing would be, because obviously they were doing the railings and that, you have to bend them. I would be frightened because that is very thin metal and very small.
Yeah.
So bending that would be, but yeah, I mean, it's really strange. It's those little fine details that make the models pop.
Yeah, definitely.
Because before he done a bit after in the video that I watched, he done a bit before, and then obviously you see him making some bits, and then he did afterwards, and it makes so much difference. It's unreal. It really does make them pop.
Yeah, I agree there. It's but it's really
time consuming. Yeah, you could tell when I was watching the guy doing it, you could tell it's really time consuming.
Yeah,
with all the cuts, and I mean, do you have to file them down?
No, not at all. No, for the Titanic, it wasn't too bad. We were given preformers, so we could form into the correct shape, which was great. And it seemed to go on quite easily. It just took so much time to do that, though.
Yeah.
So that was the problem. The rigging so far for me isn't too bad. I've actually found doing the funnels quite relaxing and stuff like that, and enjoyed it. So, but goodness knows, because I've got the rest of the ship to rig. I don't know how that's going to go, but you know.
Are you going to be adding figures?
I've got the files to print figures, but I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to be able to really paint 1/200 scale figurines.
A lot of them, I suppose, as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'll just say they're all in bed on a night.
Yeah, it was during the night. You can't see anyone on deck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, apart from that, I mean, I'm literally all caught up. The Snoopy house arrived, so Kirsty's been doing that. I've got the magazines here, but Kirsty's actually been doing this one. So, and she's done the Batman books there down here as well. She's done them today. So these will all be reviewed on the channel this week. But I'm sort of caught up. I've got, apart from the Tumblr, there's nothing else that has turned up.
That's all right.
It's a bit of a waiting game. So I don't know what else we've got or what really, but we'll see what happens with the Tumblr this week, because we've sort of completed the roofs on them. We're sort of really getting into it now.
You've completed a roof, but no chassis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Completed a roof, but you've got no chassis. Well,
that roof, That roof has to go on last.
Yeah.
Because you've got the gearing, which is here, which that bit there sits on the roof, this bit, and then this gearing goes in to the center column inside the car. So I can't see the roof going on any time except the last bit that we do.
The tumbler is a mystery. That's all we can say.
It definitely keeps you on your toes, that's for sure, because it keeps you guessing, like, what's going on.
Yeah.
Also, there is something we've got to mention. We did mention it last week on the last show that the 8th of January is when the Dalek starts. But this week, everyone got a mass email. So if you'd signed up for it, everyone got an email this week to tell them the same thing, basically. It'd be out in the newsagents. If you signed up during the trial, you get the first 3 issues for free.
Wow.
So you only start paying from issue 4.
Oh, right. That's different.
I thought that was different, and it's new as well. So basically, if you signed up during the trial period, you get issue 1, 2, and 3 completely free, and then you start paying from issue 4. So your first box, which contains issues 1 and 2, you get for nothing, completely free. You get it for nothing.
Well, not unless you're getting it from the shops.
Not unless you get it. Well, I'm going to get it from the newsagents just because I like doing that. It's something I like doing. Also, it gets you out. It gets you out to the newsagents. I pick it up every week. It works fine for the tumbler, so the Dalek will be the same. So that's what I'll be doing. But I'll definitely be doing the Dalek, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then more or less on Hachette's website anyway, more or less at some point they'd go, oh, wow, we're going to sell the free gifts that we gave away. So...
Yeah, what really surprised me was how quick the free gifts turn up for the tumbler. I think we were on issue 30 or 40, around the 30s and 40s. They put the free gifts on the website, so you have the ability to buy them if you want. And I think that's brilliant, giving people the opportunity to buy the free gifts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like you said, I won't be subscribing, but obviously if I want the free gifts, they probably become later on the web shop. So,
well, the thing about it is they even Hachette will even sell the premium gifts. And if you get Hachette at the right time and they have a 50% sale off, you can literally pick up the premium gifts cheaper than when you paid for premium.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense because I remember the Doll's House did that in January you could buy the premium gifts at a 50% discount, and when I worked it out compared to if you were paying premium along the way, it was cheaper to get them in the sale.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So
Hachette normally do a sale around January, so it's good to buy some bits if you're wanting to buy it. Also, talking about sales, Fan Home have a Black Cyber, I think it's a Cyber Monday, but a Black Friday sale coming.
Right.
They've done it for the last couple of years, where you can pick up a subscription. I think they do it where you can pick up the whole subscription, but you get free delivery on it and things like that. They've done it before. But that's coming up. Well, I had an email. It had a timer on it. I think it's going to start either next couple of weeks or something.
Right.
But yeah, keep your ears to the floor if you're looking at picking up a subscription with them.
That would have made more sense if they were doing that and they had the web shop open.
Yeah, that would be interesting because they said that there would be no sales or special offers for the web shop. So I wonder how that would work out with that. We'll find out in due course because the web shop is due to go live next month sometime. So we have to keep an eye out for that. We'll bring you all the information here anyway. We always do.
Yeah. So that's really it news-wise. There's nothing.
No, it's been. Well, it is. We're on that sort of quiet period. we thought we might have a new build in December with Hachette, but now we know that's January.
Yeah.
Unless unless something comes out in December from like Agora or Fan Home, I don't think there's anything due out really, but you never know.
Yeah. So there we go.
It's been very quiet. It's been a quiet week.
Right, well then I'll start going through the chat then. I think that's the record at 12 minutes past 7 to start doing the chat already.
Yeah, because we just haven't done anything. Nothing's been happening.
Oh.
It's been very quiet. It's a bit strange.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So first comment at 6 minutes past 6 yesterday evening was D saying, well, for the first time, as always, a good evening, Mark and Kev. So evening, D.
Evening.
And then at 9:05 p.m. yesterday evening, we've got Steve131 saying evening also. Evening, Steve. Okay. Now I can go to tonight's comments. Spider Sprue says, evening, Mark, on your channel. So evening, Spider Sprue. Welcome. And then D puts, and as always, the customary good evening, Mark and Kev for the second time. So evening, D again.
Evening, D.
We've got DS Models in saying hi, Mark and Kev and everyone. Hi, Dave. Welcome.
Hi, Dave. Welcome.
And then we've got Ian's World of Models saying evening, Mark and Kev. So evening, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
We've got David Phillips who says evening all. Evening, David.
David.
And we've got Ian Campbell. A very good evening all. Evening, Ian. Welcome.
Ian. Yeah, it's nice for you to be here.
Yeah. David Phillips says no feed on Kev's channel. Yeah, you forgot to link it up. So
yeah, it was my fault. Sorry about it. I think it's linked now. I think it's linked now, but I haven't had time to sort it all out properly. That's my fault. I was doing other stuff and it got away. I apologise.
Yeah, well, you linked it up about 20 seconds before we went live. So
yeah, I was. I normally do it sort of a couple of hours after you post it to me.
Yeah.
And I think it was yesterday you posted it, and I think I was watching the wheel, and I had it up on my phone, and I just got carried away watching the wheel. So I do apologise. Now I've forgotten. I'm getting old.
It's there now. So
yeah, it's pretty bad done. It's done. I'll sort it out properly after the stream. So.
It's actually frightening when I get a message off D saying, Mark, why isn't the stream showing up yet? And I'm like, oh, it's, because I've been busy on Saturday. So I get that sometimes.
Right.
We've got Dave Builds in saying, good evening, Mark and Kev. It's Sunday night again. Have a great stream. Thank you, Dave, Mark, and welcome. Stephen Haynes Models is in saying, hi, Mark and Kev. So evening, Stephen. Welcome.
Stephen, welcome.
And then we've got Spider Sprue says, hop, there you are. Evening, Kev, on your channel.
Cheers. Yeah. I would say I have done it, but it was late. We're all late to the party.
Will's Workshop is in saying, evening all, back after a busy week. So
you've had a busy week. We've not really had a busy week this week. It's been a bit quiet.
Yeah.
Do tell what's been going on.
D. Harris says, evening, Kev and Mark from the other side.
Cheers, D.
David Hall is saying, good evening, gents. Evening, David.
Hi, David.
Actually, Will explains, hectic week for me. Last 7 days, I've been Telford, London, and Cornwall.
Oh, Jesus. That's
travelling the country a bit.
Up. So it's like, well, it's effectively Wales. Telford right next to Wales, up, down, and along. That's a long old trip, that.
Wow, that's putting in the mileage.
Yeah, that is definitely putting in the mileage. I'd be tired after that as well, I think.
Oh, gosh, yeah. We've got Burgess in saying, evening all. Evening, Burgess, welcome.
Hi, Burgess.
And I think this is the comment to putting any figures on the Titanic. Spider Sprue says, I'm keeping my figures unpainted for the Titanic. Okay.
Yeah, they are rather small. I was wondering if there was a company that already done them pre-painted, because I know you can pick up like the railway figures. I know they're a bit too big, but obviously they do. I'm wondering if they do ends, or they do end scale figures. Would that be around the same size, or would that be too big?
Might be too big.
Right. I'm just wondering because I know they do pre-painted N-gauge figures, and obviously N-gauge is tiny, so the figures must be tiny as well. So I'm just wondering if there was a quicker way of getting some figures for it. That was all.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think it's a case of biting your fingernails and trying to paint them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, David Hawley says, not sure. I'm looking forward to the next part of the tumbler, to be honest. Hope it all works out. What is the next part of the tumbler?
Like I said, I think it's attaching. If you're a subscriber, then it's the bits I'm already doing. But this week's one is, I think we're attaching this part to this part here. So this here, it's going to be obviously attaching to in here.
Right.
Goes in like this, I think, or goes down like that. But this bit here attaches to the other part of the roof with the windscreen, and it sort of interlocks. But obviously this part here goes into the centre column. So that's why I'm saying this can only go on last.
Yeah. Because
the sides would have to go on before this slides in.
Yeah. So why have you got a roof and no chassis?
Yeah, exactly. I think we're going to sort this bit out, and then that'll be it for the roof. And then I think we must start doing other stuff because we still haven't put the motherboard in, or the battery box, or the floor for the underside of the tumbler, or the part of the. There's just loads. There's loads to do still. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing this week.
It's a strange build, is the tumbler. It's a bit of a head scratcher. What they're going to give you next? Yeah,
it's like a magical mystery tour. You don't really know what you're going to.
That chassis is going to have to be strong enough, though, to hold the weight of that roof.
Well, my main concern is that the whole roof section, so both roof parts, are all die cast.
Right.
And the only thing that lifts, so what we found out was, I thought the roof here will lift up like this, and the windscreen goes in like this.
Yeah.
But we've got this. So we now know the roof goes up and then through. So it doesn't actually go like that. It's going to, because of the way this is, it's going to go up and down. It's not going to go up and back. So, like I say, so it's going to go up and not like up and tilt back, which is what it's supposed to do. But that is the only thing that's going to lift it.
Is that metal?
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
This is die cast, but I'm wondering whether with the windscreen back, let me grab that. Hang on. Okay, so you can see where this goes because it's got a guide pin in the back of it.
Just let me put you on big.
Yeah. So you can see this part here.
Yeah.
And then this part here's got a guide pin. You can see the guide pin on it.
Yeah.
That fits in perfect to there. So that goes into there. That goes into the centre column. So this has got to be strong enough to lift this whole thing.
Right.
That is the only thing that's going to be lifting that.
Yeah.
And there is some serious weight in this. But yeah, this roof section in the film goes back like this, and then this slides in. But with this rod at the back, there's no bend in it. So effectively, it's just going to go up. It's just going to go up and down. But we will see. But yeah, it fits perfectly into there. You can see where it goes in.
Yeah.
And then this bit here slides in. And then this bit slides into this gap here.
Right.
Into there. So basically these parts here interlock like that.
Right.
So that's the whole roof. So the only way I can see this going on is one together and two at the end.
Yeah.
Because I can't see it go, but that's how it will look when it's on the car. So, but yeah, it's a very strange build.
It is.
Yeah. But you can see where this goes. But I think we're attaching this part to it, and then I think the issue 92, because it's issue 91 this week, we move away from all that, and we must be doing something else.
Right.
So we just have to wait and see.
Suppose it'd be nice to work on something different.
It'd be nice to put the walls in, or the actual interior, because nothing's attached to anything.
No.
But then I looked at all the wires that we've got, and we've still got loads of wires. Like we've still got motors, we've still got lights, we've got loads of stuff still to go in it.
Lazy Susan.
Yeah, we got Lazy Susan to go in it somewhere.
Oh dear. Okay, John's Mole Making's in saying evening all. Evening, John, welcome.
John.
And Spider says my Advent videos this year will be the VW Beetle. Wow.
Oh yeah, they've I think that's an Airfix one. So Airfix, I didn't realise this until last year. Airfix do a number of Advent calendars, and one of them's a VW Beetle, and you get like the chassis in one in like the one window. And then window 2, you get like one tyre, and then you get paints with it as well and glue, and you have to build it as you go along.
Right.
Like as you go, and I think I don't know if it's 24 days or 12, but you build up the camper, a little model of it, and I thought that's quite good.
I know Todd did one, and it was the Enterprise D.
Yes, they do. They do an Enterprise D one as well.
Yeah.
But they do. There's a load of Airfix different ones. I think they do. I know they definitely do 2 car ones. One of them being the Beetle. They do an Enterprise one as well. They do quite a lot. It's quite there's loads of these little quite cool sort of little Advent calendars they do.
Yeah.
Even Eagle Moss, when they were about, did Advent calendars as well. They did a Star Trek one, and I think they did like a Beatles one as well. So yeah, just what I mean, are quite good. I'll watch that. I will.
God, when I were a kid, there was nothing like that as Advent calendars. We had to get a religious one, and you didn't even get chocolate with it.
Yeah.
That every morning.
Yeah. And now they do. I mean, the kids they've got Funko Pop ones this year, and I didn't get one this year. I might pick up one for myself, like a Celebrations one or something. Be nice.
Right. Okay. David Hawley says, I subscribed to the Dalek straight away, so can't wait for that to start.
Yes. Yeah. I signed up during the trial period as well, but I'll be getting it from the newsagents. But yeah, the website should go live around Christmas time, normally 2 or 3 weeks before it appears in the shops. We should have some information on the channel to talk about.
Yeah.
So we should know what the premium gifts are, if there's a premium subscription at all, what the free gifts are and everything else.
Right.
Yeah.
John's Model Making says, fan home are late with pack 10 of the 66 Batmobile, and it seems to be the norm for this build.
They are facing a lot of delays at the moment. I can't comment more than that, really. I don't know their inner workings.
Yeah.
But they're a bit of a delay with a lot of the builds at the moment. But I don't know whether that's a supply problem or a shipping problem, because we know that the ships are taking a long time to go around. We're also coming into the really busy period for Chinese manufacturing.
Right.
And that might put a bit of a kibosh on stuff as well. So, and they have lots of holidays around the Christmas time.
Yeah.
Which have fixed things, shipping and stuff like that. So, but I can't really say too much. I haven't had too much of a problem. Everything seems to be turning up. But then I'm really bad. I don't really check, even with the Enterprise build. The money I haven't got my Star Trek ship yet. That should be here soon. Or the next issue of the Enterprise build. But they're the sort of ones that they just come out. They just come out of my bank and they turn up when they turn up. So I don't really keep a lot of eye on what the delays are. But I think they're having a lot of delays at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will's Workshop says, got some new bits from Scale Model World to keep me busy over Christmas and the next few months.
Nice. Yeah, I did see your video. Will. Looked like you got a Gundam. I think I said that right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I see you picked up one of them and a few other bits. I see someone bought you a kit build. A kit model build that looks quite good. So yeah, you're going to be kept busy over the holiday.
Yeah. Ian's World of Models says, I treated myself to approach a build as they had 15% off. Wow. Nice.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of it's going to be there's going to be a lot of deals, I think, from you got Black Friday and Christmas coming up, so I think there's going to be a lot of deals with a lot of companies with Partworks now. But obviously 15% on one of their builds, that's quite a good deal. I think IXO do a deal, didn't they, around Christmas time as well, where they sort of have.
I think so. Yeah,
I think they have like deals around Christmas time.
They have a lot of deals though. Do IXO? I've noticed. So
they do have a lot of like percentage off, don't they, all the time and stuff. It's
Okay. D saying the live stream's now on your channel, Kev. And Burgess says, I don't need new builds. I got enough parts to last me a decade.
Great.
So, yeah.
Then you'll have a monster marathon build session over Christmas and get it all done.
Ken Fairclough says, some posts on Facebook about the terrible condition of their Titan A models.
I've seen a lot of posts. I haven't seen that one, I've got to say, but I have seen some. They're like any other build or partwork that you get. Sometimes they come pristine, sometimes you come with bits missing or something. But Fan Home are very good at replacing stuff. So if there's ever a problem, your first point of call shouldn't be to Facebook. It should be to Fan Home to sort the problem out. But I haven't seen anything negative at the moment. I'll have to have a look and check that out because I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. D says, hey, ho, Mark, it's a record earliest chat yet.
Yep.
Yeah. Ian Campbell says, for those that don't know, as of the 1st of December, anything Lancaster and D'Agostini Bike Rider will not be available, phasing out. So
I did. That's get yourself over there if you need any of those parts, because once they're gone, they're gone. The Lancaster, I will say that the Lancaster jig is, if still available, is worth getting. It will save you time and everything else. Yeah, I mean the amount of positive feedback that I've seen regarding that. And the ability, I mean, it's changeable, isn't it? You can change the size and stuff. Yeah,
you can change the sides, everything. You can get extensions for it and everything. So, highly recommend.
Yeah, and trust me, when you start, because obviously you won't want this on the deck, especially when you're building it. You need something like that.
That would have been brilliant with the Spitfire build instead of having that horrible cardboard stand.
Oh, I remember that,
yeah. Got Howard in saying that IXO you mentioned last week, is that going live on their collection site or someone picking it up? So that being that Mustang.
The Mustang. Yeah, I think it's going live on their site. I don't think anyone's picked that up. I think that's one that they're doing as a full build.
Yeah, because it was going to go live with Eagle Moss, but Eagle Moss went belly up before they released it. But I remember it being on the Eagle Moss website.
Yeah, and obviously no one's picked it up. So obviously IXO are going to sell it as a full build on their site, Howard.
IXO tend to do a lot of their old builds, don't they? So because they've got the Willys Jeep.
Not only that, they also seem to bring out builds that have that other companies have finished with, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like the Agostini or Hachette, once they finished them, IXO offer it as a full build from them.
Yeah. So it will be coming out with IXO.
Yes.
Okay, we've got Paul Jedi Jordan in saying evening, Mark and Kev, and all in chat. Evening, Paul. Welcome.
Paul, welcome.
Will's Workshop says, and that's from Plymouth in Devon, Telford for the Scale Model World last weekend, home for 2 days, then London work for 3 days, then straight to Cornwall for sister's wedding. I am so behind on videos.
I think you might be behind on sleep as well, because that would be tiring.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But
we've got Kevin and Mary in saying evening everyone. Evening Kevin and Mary, welcome.
Kevin and Mary.
And then we've got John's Model Making says gotta go, night all. Night John, thank you for coming
John.
in. And then Virgil says the math on this model hurts. So
what's that one?
I'm not sure. And then Will's Workshop says my boy had an RC car build-up advent calendar a couple of years or so ago. Wow.
Yeah, they do loads of stuff now. My dad's partner, she is heavily into Elvis.
Right.
And last year they got an Elvis calendar where you had to build, I think you build like an Elvis car, model of a car, and it sits on a plinth that plays Elvis songs, but you had to wire it up as well. It was like a Partwork. You had to put the battery pack in one, the motherboard, and then you had like the speaker you had to connect to the motherboard, and the switch and all of that. And I thought that was interesting. That was like a part of that build. You had to build the car and everything as well.
I know Wearer did an advent calendar, didn't they?
Who did?
Wearer.
Yeah.
So they've done one. So
there's so many of them about. You come across these little gems every now and then. Like, I didn't know they did advent calendars.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like I said, in the 80s, when I were a kid, no. And we got a religious one. I had to share it with my sister. We didn't get one each. So
yeah, you'd get a chocolate one, or I remember the chocolate ones, but probably when I was like, I don't know, about 7 or 8.
Yeah. Burgess says Kev should get. Yeah, there you go. You should get the Wearer advent calendar.
Yeah. I'll have to have a look at
that. Burgess says Mark is very quiet compared to Kev. It might because I've got StreamYard helps me level my microphone out so it doesn't people's ears. Go on.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you seen the? I don't want to bring it up, but have you seen the Coca-Cola advert for Christmas?
No.
It's AI generated.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's the first one. The first official advert that's going to be on the telly that has been completely generated with AI.
Right.
And it's, you know, the truck song, Holidays Are Coming?
Yeah.
It's that, but it's all been done with AI.
Oh, is that so they don't have to pay the royalties to the people?
Yeah, there's a bit of an uproar about it online. I'll send you the link later on, but yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about your volume levels, and it's streaming. That's all. And then I was thinking, oh, that's AI, and then it just popped in. I was like, oh yeah, the Christmas AI advert.
Spiders Brew says this advent is from Francis, similar to my Elvis one. It's a 1/43 scale, but this time you build the car.
Oh, right.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. I think they do like they do like Hot Wheels. I think I've seen the Hot Wheels one where you can build a car,
right,
like a toy car for kids and stuff. But yeah, there's loads of these little different advent calendars around, and you find, like I said, you find these little gems, and it's like, oh, I didn't know they did an advent.
Advent calendars now are going up that much in price. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, like I said, my daughter's got she bought a Funko Pop one that was £40, $39.99.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is really crazy. Okay, we've got Go For It Painting in saying hello. Hi, Go For It. Welcome. Ian's World of Models says, yeah, the Lancaster stand is a must now. We will be connecting the wings very soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you start connecting the wings, like I said, that jig is a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Because especially when you're working on it and they're attached.
Yeah.
If you haven't got one, you'll instantly know what it's going to be like, because you'll need something soft to put it on. You got the old cushions as well. So,
well, I'm wondering, like the Spitfire, if Harshep will actually send out a cardboard version and it be completely as naff as the Spitfire one.
But the thing is, they should have sent that out before doing all this, attaching it, and when you started doing the fuselage, because it's not worth it later on. So, but I do remember, like, they will probably do something like that. But yeah,
the U96 comes with a cardboard stand.
They like their cardboard, didn't they?
Well, healthier for the environment or something.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you go back far enough, do you remember the plastic jig for the Millennium Falcon?
Oh no!
You get the two plastic jigs for the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, they come back.
that was definitely not kind for the environment.
No. Do they still, now saying that, do they still do that jig with Fan Home?
Yes, I believe so. Because I think Wayne doing it. So
right, okay. So no one's ever posted about it, because it is. To be fair, it does serve a purpose and it does work. But the problem is, you get the jig part in issues, don't you?
Yeah.
So you get one part of it in one, it's like a giant jigsaw. So you get as you go around, but you're sort of already built the sort of bottom shaft, so you sort of like you can't. It's like that. It's like rocking on it because half of it's built and half of it isn't.
The problem is with the Millennium Falcon is it took too much room up to build it. That's the thing.
Oh yeah. Because you got the bottom half and then the bottom jig, and then when you start working on the top half, you then get a top half jig.
Yeah.
And the both of them were like this. And at one point, I remember you're working on like both sections. You're working on the top on that one and the bottom on that one in one issue. You're like backwards and forwards for a while.
If you remember, the plastic jig was not that really great, and you really couldn't work with it on the jig. You had to take it off the jig just to try and work on it.
Yeah, if you tried to screw anything, it just flattened.
Yeah.
It's like it crumbled everywhere. Yeah. You had to take it off to put the frame on.
Or it would start sliding around it, and it was no use, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. We've got a model citizen in saying, anyone heard from Scott? If that's building with the boys, no, I haven't seen anything.
No, I noticed he hasn't posted a video for 3 weeks. There may be something going on there, in the personal. I don't know. So I'm sure he will mention if anything's happening. I've taken some time away. I know in his last update, he was talking that he was doing a lot of work on the wrestling school for the kids. So that might have taken away, because it was flooded. So that might have taken away some time from it. But we don't know. I would say just if you're worried, send a message.
Yeah.
Have a little check in, see what he's doing. But I'm sure he's okay, and he'll be back when he's ready.
Yeah. Ian's World of Models says, share chocolate. Not sure I can do that. LOL.
No.
No. Will's Workshop says, looking forward to build the 1.8 Revel Trans Am kit. Although I'm not doing a smoky and bandit version, I'm thinking of doing it white. Any suggestions on a nice bright gloss white?
Only white gloss. I don't know. To make it really shine, you would want some clear coat on it. I don't know if I've got it here. I've got some clear coat.
I use Vallejo clear coat on.
I've got a can which, when you're building miniatures like Warhammer, obviously after you paint them, you put this clear coat on, sort of seals it, but it actually makes the colours more bright. But I haven't got it. I thought I had it here.
I've got mine.
I thought I had it here. It's a bottle of it. It's a can. It's Citadel varnish spray. You can get it in a big can at Warhammer, and it works great.
Vallejo matte varnish, Vallejo gloss varnish, and satin varnish. But I can put these through my own brush, so.
Well, I thought it was somewhere. I'll find it in a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I normally use. But yeah, apart from that, I think like just the normal white over the top, white gloss, then some sealer maybe to brighten the colour a little bit.
Yeah.
I would use spray.
Right.
Over paint. If you want to make it pop a little bit, I find that spraying stuff it coats better when you're using it. When you use the spray can or you use like an air spray.
That's what I mean. The Vallejo, I can put that through my airbrush quite easily.
Yeah, the airbrush. It layers better. You get, especially with the white, because I notice sometimes when I paint white on stuff, and you go over it again, it shows up more. And you get a more even coat when you spray stuff. So,
okay. Spider Spruce says, "Remember when we used to build our own advents at school in the 80s?" Anyway,
yeah, little windows, the paper ones with the little windows. Yeah.
And remember you used to fold paper to make a placemat for your Christmas dinner.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. So, it was the snowflakes. I remember everyone doing the snowflakes where you fold the paper 4 times and then you just cut into it and then you fold it out and it's like a snowflake. I remember doing that. Saying that, my girls did that when they were at school. So
yeah, so I do remember doing that.
Yeah.
So make your own placemat for the Christmas buffet.
Yeah.
Well, a piece of paper, some scissors, and the scissors never cut anything, so
blunt as anything.
Go for it. Says, don't forget to hit the like button. So thank you.
Yes.
Please don't. If you do, the more likes we get in videos and in live streams, the more it pushes YouTube to actually recommend them out there. So,
because YouTube every now and then change the algorithm.
Yeah.
And I think they've changed it to thumbs up now or likes on the algorithm. So
the more thumbs up we get on videos and live streams, the more YouTube says, "Oh, well, people are liking that." Then yeah. So, Will's Workshop says, "I'll look out for that. Was thinking similar process to the DB5 glossing."
Yeah.
We've got Sonic Boom in. Welcome, Sonic Boom. Nice set of pins there, Kev. How's your opening mechanism? Mine is essentially jammed. Shut the spring isn't very good. I'll probably never use it, but gutted it doesn't work too well.
What's that on the tumbler?
I'm not sure. Either that or it's the RoboCop.
The pin on the back of the leg.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, because it says nice set of pins there. So I'm just wondering whether he means the RoboCop.
Okay, so mine. I don't know about this. We don't know yet because of the limiter switches, but we're hoping that it works. But if it's to do with RoboCop, so I'll bring him over. So his pin is here, just on his leg here, and basically the spring isn't strong enough to clamp it together. So all I do is I clamp, like with a pair of pliers or this. I just pull it up and it clicks into place, and that's what's done there. So then you get a nice clean edge here. There's no lip. So
maybe a video on that, Kev, this week of how you've done that. That might be a good idea for the community to, if they've got the same problem, just show how you're doing yours.
Yeah, because the pin isn't strong enough to push the pin back out.
Right.
So it needs a little bit of help. So you just pull it, and mine locks into place.
Right.
But as you can see, there's no gap. So it's like flush. So if you look at this side that doesn't have the gun, it's flush. And it should look the same that side. Mine does, because I've been able to pull the pin properly. So,
yeah.
But I do like the RoboCop. It's going to look really good. Especially, I mean, did you see the gun that I built for Optimus Prime this week?
Yes. Well,
do you reckon you're going to mod that?
Yeah, I think I am going to do.
So it looks simple enough to do. So I would say go for it. And I was able to get it in his hand and keep it there as well. So you could wiggle it and it actually clamped it in properly. So that's good.
Yeah. Ian's World of Models says, might try doing that. I work with a few snowflakes. LOL.
Right.
There you go. And then Sonic Boom says, yeah, RoboCop.
Yeah, okay, I'll do a video on it this week. But yeah, basically the pin still works. So what I'll do is I'll show you now. So I pushed it. As you can see, it's popped out. There it is.
Yeah.
And then to put it back in, it won't look, it keeps coming out.
Not very good.
It shouldn't be doing that. So basically I hold it, you hold it like this, and then just at the back here, I grab this and I just pull it.
Right.
Now I've pulled it, it stays.
Okay.
The spring inside isn't strong enough to push it.
What?
So what happens is, basically it needs a stronger spring in the back to push it, to push the pin. So basically it's not strong enough to push the pin all the way. It just needs a little bit of help.
Right.
So
yeah, Anthony is saying, I do the same, Kev. I pull the pin out when shut, but when I push it back in again, it doesn't open. Looks great when closed, but doesn't actually open again. But I agree, will look great when finished. Yeah.
When you push it, it doesn't. I don't know whether it's supposed to like fling open, but it doesn't do that. Sort of have to do it manually, if you know what I mean. But to be fair, I'm not really going to be opening and closing the leg.
Yeah.
I've got the plastic gun here. We do get a die cast one, and the die cast one is going to go into his leg. Now, once I've done that, I probably won't open the leg. I will just get him to hold the plastic one in his hand, and display him that way. Or if you're going to display him, you'd open it up. I don't know how often I'm going to use that, so that's why I'm not too bothered. If you know what I mean, I'm not too worried. It looked really good.
I think they could have designed it a bit better.
It just needs, all it needs is a sort of a springier spring. That's all it needs.
Right.
I've found some springs are very good, and then on other builds they're very thin. So the coils, there's not enough coils on them, so it means they don't spring very well. And that's the same with that one. The coil, there's not enough coils. I think it coils around 4 times. I think it needs to be like 6 or 7 to make it really springy. Because if it was springy enough and powerful enough, it would just pop it straight out. But it's not. So what it does is it needs a little help just to pull it. And that's all I do. So.
Okay. David Hawley says, mine too. After I watched your Kev place my blaster in Optimus's hand, and it looks amazing. So thanks, Kev, for that. Yeah.
There's it did take me. I didn't show it on camera. I should have done. It did take me a good 10 minutes to get it into the hand. But once it's hand, he can hold it very well. It doesn't come out, and you can tip it upside down. It's not like the Robocop one where it's very loose. It grips it really well, so he won't have any problem holding the blaster. That's for sure.
Yeah. Steve131 says, "Defo shame about Robocop spring, no good."
It just needs a bit of spring, but apart from that, it works perfect. Yeah, and I've got all you got to do is pull it so it just connects, so it just sort of latches, and once it latches, it's flush. It closes flush, and it stays like that. It won't, I mean, even if I shook it, it won't pop. It will only pop if I push the button. So there's that, but it works okay. It's like I say, I'm not going to be. It's one of those gimmicks, those gimmicks we talk about a lot with Partworks. It's one of those gimmicks you're not going to use very often, like the bonnet on a lot of cars that you have, and it's very obviously very detailed in some of them, but it's like, how often are you actually going to? It's a bit like the DeLorean engine. Once you put the reactor on the back, you can't access it.
No, you can't get to that now.
No, and even if you want it to be, so there are some builds where they over engineer it like that. It's good that you've got that function, but then you have to ask yourself how often you're going to use that, because it's a model, not a toy. So you're not, you know what I mean? So somebody come
over and went, "Oh wow," and then you just went, "Oh well, look at this." That's the only kind of time you probably do it.
Yeah, it catches.
Yeah. Sonic Boom says, "Will it not be better to have him displayed holding the metal gun, if he will be able to hold, of course? I have the gun adapter from Partwork upgrades, so hopefully be able to hold metal gun."
For safety reasons, I will not be using the die-cast gun, because the die-cast weapon, because I don't think he will hold it. It's just going to be too heavy. Even with the adapter, it might work with the adapter. We don't get it yet. We get it. I think we get it in issue 98, so it's right near the end.
Right.
It's really, like I said, I think we get it in issue 97 and 98 is when we build it. But I would imagine it's going to be very heavy, because it's all die cast. Even the magazine on die cast. So for safety reasons, because you wouldn't want it not to, I will put the die cast one. It doesn't look any. I mean, it obviously looks more metal. But I think for safety reasons, I will pop it into his holster, or you could do what someone did and have him holding both.
Yeah, that's the point.
Because someone in France had him holding both of them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Will's Workshop says, hopefully this week I'll have pack 9 of the Batmobile and possibly some more tips from the Model Association for weathering and static grass. Some have. Should have some time this week to edit. Fantastic, Will.
Yeah.
And then Ian says the adapter was not designed for the die-cast version.
No, I would, like I said, for safety reasons and for practicality, I would use the plastic one for him to hold whatever, and a die-cast one in his thing. I would say if you're going to use the die-cast gun, you would have to do it without the adapter.
Yeah.
But really, if you really want him to hold it and for him to be sturdy enough, I would use the plastic one. it's easier to slot into that thing. It's easier to have him hold it, and the weight isn't there, if you know what I mean. Because I'm pretty sure with it being die cast, it will be front heavy.
Yeah.
So
okay. Dave Matt says, been another great stream tonight, guys. See you on the next one. Thank you, Dave Matt. And
cheers, Dave.
Julian Stevens says, like the Terminator gun, too heavy.
Yeah, but was the Terminator gun? I thought the Terminator gun was plastic.
Yeah, but I think the Terminator gun wasn't really designed to be held by the Terminator.
Yeah, it didn't. Well, not only that, I think it's because he's an endoskeleton. It was a little bit difficult because didn't someone do a clip that clipped on the gun then onto his arm?
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure someone did a clip that went onto the gun that then went onto the endoskeleton arm, so it sort of clicked onto the tubes so he could hold it. But the problem with the Terminator weapon was it has a long barrel. It has a very long snout, but a longer barrel. It sort of goes off. You hold it in the middle of the gun, if you know what I mean. In the middle, you don't hold it. You don't hold it like there. It's here. It's sort of it's in a weird position. But like, I don't know. You did the Terminator, didn't you?
Yeah, I did the Terminator.
Did you get the gun?
No, I didn't.
No, I done mine at newsagent, so I didn't get the gun. That was it a free gift or a premium gift? I think it was premium.
No, it was a free gift.
Oh, it was a free gift.
So, right. Sonic Boom says, maybe still work, no biggie if not. As Kev said, essentially they will look the same to the naked eye.
Yep.
Will's Workshop says, good night all, see you all next week.
Will.
Sonic Boom says, Terminator gun plastic, I think you can adapt to get him to hold it.
Yeah.
David Hawley says, cracking stream again, guys. See you in the week and look forward to next Sunday. Thank you, David, and good night.
David.
Ian Campbell says, was plastic but large and heavy. The stupid T800 fingers just couldn't hold it. Yeah. Yeah,
and that's one of the reasons for the Robocop as well. He just doesn't, he's not dexterous enough to hold it properly.
Yeah. And then Ian says, great stream, folks. Night all. And I'm caught up with chat. So there we go.
And that's it. Another Sunday.
So, anything coming up with you, Kev, this week?
Well, it's all Kirsty at the moment. So she's got three videos. She's done 3 separate videos of the Snoopy. So there's the 3. I've got the magazines here, but she's already done the videos. She's also done a review on 2 boxes of the Batman graphic novels, which are here. So she's already done all them. So there's 2 issues of that. Then there's the Tumblr. And then we'll see what turns up in the week.
Okay. For me, guys, it's just normal programming all week. So every model is on its certain day. So, yeah. Burgess says, night all.
Night, Burgess.
Night, Burgess. D says, another excellent show, gentlemen. So until next week, a good night, both. Night, D.
See you later, D.
You going live tomorrow night?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to find out why. If you watch the last stream, it froze. The game froze. So I had to come off it. So I'm hopefully it will run better. That's what I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. But yeah.
Okay. Spider Sprue says, great stream, guys. Night all. Night, Spider Sprue.
Night, Spider Sprue.
Kevin and Mary say, night all. Great show again. Thank you very much and good night. Thank you for watching. Thank you, everybody, for your comments. Brilliant as usual. We'll be back next time. Same place, same time. Just leaves me to say, I've been Mark.
I've been Kev.
And we'll catch you all next time, guys. Bye.
See you later, guys.